Hey guys, today's episode is all about liars and manipulators and backstabbers, the worst kinds of people. We have the mastermind behind all of it, Katie Briggs, who somehow is able to create these stories that don't seem that hard to debunk, honestly. But she must just have an innocent, honest looking face because nobody does any digging on any shit that she says and it just always fucking believes her. And boy, does it snowball. And the story ends in murder for hire of a military soldier who was just truly just a good guy, just one of the good guys, just the cliched, give you the shirt off his back, give you the cup of sugar, serve for his country, just all American good guy. And this bitch's lies inevitably end his life. So stay tuned to find out the who, what, where, when, why. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
welcome back to our channel, Two Peas in a Crime Pod.
Episode 59.
Yes.
This is my beautiful daughter, Courtney.
That was like you were going to say something else after it.
I was just going to say she brings all the funny and she's so listenable.
She's so on point and listenable. She never is unlistenable and or all over the place. So don't read the comments. Haters gonna hate. This is my mom, who is amazing and very easy to listen to and really does a great job.
Everybody loves when I mix my words up and say things wrong, and
yeah,
that's so listenable.
Apparently you're what keeps bringing them in and I'm what keeps dragging us down. But somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to be the anchor.
Oh, good Lord. Well, if you're here for the first time, please stick around. We've got a good case for you. We're going to talk a little bit. That's our thing.
We chit chat.
Try liking and subscribing because you'll want to come back. You're going to be hooked. And if you're not here for the first time, we thank you so much for tuning back in. We appreciate you. We love you.
Our loyal subscribers, we'll even sing you a lullaby on the show. Yes.
And let's see. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We drop episodes 3 times a week. When I remember. Sometimes I forget. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Indeed. That's right. Check us out. Trying to think. I feel like there was something I was going to tell you, but it has since escaped my brain.
Well, phooey.
I'm sure it was something
I have something
funny and exciting and witty and amazing, but
I have something funny that just came up because I was watching Facebook Reels.
Oh, what's that?
I love Facebook Reels. Do you? Do you just scroll through and just love them?
I try not to deep dive in Reels too much, but sometimes I get sucked in. Yeah.
I follow so many people that I constantly get the ones that I like. And I'm just like, oh, this is hilarious. I've got, Impractical Jokers.
I do love those
I've
guys.
got a lot of comedians. And I've got Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, I was going to say, I get sucked into more Instagram Reels because I have more things liked on Instagram. And mine, those are more tailored for me. And it's always blooper reels from The Office or from Eastbound and Down and funny things like that. So... okay.
I don't have Instagram.
Okay.
I don't even...
It's the same thing. It's exactly the same. The Reels section is just like what you're describing. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, and one comes up that's random that I haven't followed, and it's Scott Hamilton. Do you know who he is? You wouldn't. He's not from your time. He's from my time when I was growing up, and we used to watch the Olympics, and the ice skating came on.
Okay.
You never heard of him? He's the one that first invented the backflips of ice skating.
Oh, okay.
and got like disqualified, like he wasn't allowed to do backflips, and he just said, well, fuck it, I'm gonna do them because my audience and my people that like me.
Oh, I can't? Well, watch this. Backflip.
Yes. So he just did them in his routines. In every routine he did a backflip and a front flip, and everybody loved him. He was such an entertainer, and just this guy that
Well, just the athleticism involved is amazing.
He didn't do your typical
routines
with all the grace, and he was into it. One of his songs,
like Blades of Glory.
I don't know. I never saw that.
That's what you're describing.
Oh, okay. Well, they probably got it from him.
Yeah.
But so one of, you know how, who was her name? Tanya Harding?
Yeah.
They didn't like her music choices, and if you ever saw, if you ever watched the movie,
Tanya.
I, Tanya.
Yeah.
They didn't like her, you know, she just wasn't the rich, play classical music.
No, she was like the white trash girl. Yeah.
Well, Scott Hamilton was the fun guy, and one of the songs that he did was Walk This Way. And I know, right? And he's just bouncing around and doing these little moves and funny leg things. But he's getting, the reason that he was so great and that they just let him get away with it is because he could nail all of those Lutzes and triple
They would just be like, well, you got disqualified this round again, but we're getting views. So like, it's like the plot of Happy Gilmore. Like he like gets the crowd involved in golf and is like, fuck yeah. And they're like, well, we can't not have him because the ratings went up. Like, you know?
So he was just a really young guy when I was like, I would say I was 8 or 9 when I was watching the Olympics on TV.
Okay.
So he was a younger guy, and I had a huge crush on him. And I also, at the time, the movie Star Wars, those were out.
Yeah.
And I had a huge crush on Mark Hamill.
Okay.
The guy that played Luke.
Luke. Yeah.
Yes. And they look kind of alike, and they both have Hamill in their last name.
Okay.
And here's the point I got. So I'm watching the reel, and he's doing, it's Walk This Way, and I'm loving it. I'm just watching it, and I'm remembering how much I loved him and how great he is, and he's just this, you know, maverick of ice skating.
Yes.
And I followed him. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't know if this ever came out in public, but I think he might be gay. And not that it matters. Good for him.
But just not something that you would have known or thought about when you were 8. But
and I had the crush on him.
Something as an adult, you're like, oh, like
I totally don't have a crush on you anymore, Scott Hamilton.
Yeah.
I love you, but I don't have a crush on you. You're not turning me on, or not that an 8-year-old gets turned on, but I have
I know what you mean.
Crush.
Yes, yeah.
And then I thought the same thing about Luke. I'm like, now today it would be Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Not Luke. And for the same reason, because he's got kind of an effeminate
he's kind
little boy.
He's kind of whiny in those movies. He's not bringing like the man vibe. He turns into that. That's his like the hero's journey, But yeah, that's when we had to watch Star Wars in 9th grade advanced English class, and I was in English with Liz, and it was Mr. Mostof's class, and he was teaching us about archetypal characters. And
I was going to say, why English?
Because Star Wars fits every one of them. The wise old man, Yoda, there's the femme fatale, there's the hero, like the boy who's on the hero's journey and everything. And so we watched that movie to like align but I didn't give a fuck about that movie.
Oh.
And I didn't give much of a fuck about that class. Love Mr. Mostoff, but like, you know how I was about school. Like, I just was like, this isn't gripping me. Like, whatever, I'm just going to pass all the tests and I'm just here to like goof off. I got A's, but I didn't give a fuck about watching Star Wars.
I didn't know you were that way about school. When you're saying you know how I was about school, no. I thought you loved school.
I do. I did love school. Like, because
But you just breezed through it.
Because it wasn't home. Sorry.
That's all right. I get it.
I did love school. I loved being at school. I loved being able to talk with my friends because school was easy for me. So yeah, like I did love school because it was easy for me.
Okay.
But anyways, the whole point of this was that we had to, after we learned about it and we had to read, we had to read the fucking Hobbit. And then we watched Star Wars, and me and Liz are just goofing off. And we're sitting next to each other, and Mr. Mossoff had already said, like, I will separate you guys. Like, he loved us, but he was like, Jesus Christ, Courtney. Like, but we're sitting there, and there's this part where at the very beginning of the movie, Luke's parents are telling him he's got to go do a chore or something. And he was like, he says it just like this. He's like, but I was going to go to the Kashi station to get some more power converters. And he like whines it. And I don't know, but you know how I am about movies and how I just find things funny. And Liz thought it like, I just immediately like could not stop laughing. I was like, why is he such a whiny little bitch? Like, I just couldn't stop fucking laughing. And Mr. Mostoff was so irritated with us that day and like made us move apart. And I just like, yeah, I would say that to Liz all the time. But I was going to go to the Kashi station to get some more power converters. Like, but yeah, he's not giving like sexy man vibes. Like no one's attracted to that.
Little 8-year-olds are attracted to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the,
and you're like, you're 8 and you're like, his parents are mean. Let that cute boy go to the Kashi station.
Exactly.
He needs his power converters.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's different. Yeah.
You got to check out just YouTube Scott Hamilton and just check out one of it. It just backflip.
Scott I'm almost surprised that you're telling me that they are from like the same era of importance and that they look alike and that Mark Hamill has never approached him to do like a funny collab, because Mark Hamill's like really funny and does like, he was at, I just saw something that he was at his Star at Grauman's Chinese Theater in California.
Okay.
And he was like standing outside of it with a sign that was like, take a picture with me in front of my star. But people were like,
they didn't think it was him.
I'm not going to do that, weirdo. And he was like, please, it's me. And they were like, okay. Like, no, he's like really funny.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So, no, that's funny. I'm going to have to look up Scott Hamilton now.
Yeah, you do need to. He's great. Do you like ice skating?
Yes, I've always been captivated by ice skating. I do. I love ice skating. It's very beautiful and it takes so much talent and time. And
you know what else I used to watch all the time that I loved that I never watch anymore?
What?
The dog shows.
Couldn't give a fuck less about that.
Oh my
you
God.
lost me there. I'll watch ice skating all goddamn day.
This one
I
year,
might even cry, but
I think it was the year that Chris and I when I first moved in with him. So like 25 years ago, 27 years ago, the Bichon Frise one. And that's the first time I'd ever seen a Bichon Frise. And it was just this little white poof. So adorable. And I was just like, oh my God, I want one.
Have you ever seen the movie Best in Show?
I don't know. It's not ringing a bell.
We're going to watch that together.
Okay.
That's one that we have to watch together.
Okay. This is like the third on our list of shit we need to watch.
That just got bumped to the top because it is about dog show people.
Okay.
And it's this cast of characters that does these kind of like, I don't want to call it a parody movie, but that's kind of what it is. Like making fun of like a niche of people or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it's the same. It's like Dan Levy and the chick that talks like, oh, it makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Oh,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
No,
but
you're
you know
doing
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Her
blonde hair.
Yes. And
I
Catherine
love her.
O'Hara.
Oh, perfect.
And just a great, amazing cast of people. Very funny, like genuinely funny, comedic timing, got it people. And Best in Show is about a film crew that is following around people that are preparing to bring their dogs to the dog show. And there's like a bunch of different couples.
Oh, I want to
like
watch it.
A single guy that's bringing his hound and like the things that they go through to prepare their dogs. And then the nerves that they go through at the show and like the behind the scenes drama of the dog show.
It sounds awesome.
That I can watch all day.
Okay.
That movie is fucking hysterical.
Oh, okay.
But no, other than that, I would have been like, yeah, let's make this movie because this is fucking stupid. Like, let's make fun of this.
Oh, I love watching the dogs. And then when they do the
they're just walking their dogs.
Like they have the beautiful dogs and then they have the dogs that go through those obstacle courses.
The agility course is at least a little bit cool, but like
those are really cool.
I would choose almost like watching paint dry.
Especially when they get like the old dog that like a mastiff going through those things and he's going like this and the other dogs are like shh. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're just hilarious. You don't give a shit.
I just don't like that is just I would put 1,000,000 things ahead of watching that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I'll take a nap. Like,
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to watch this person walk their fucking dog across. And
You're not really, you don't have dogs.
I love dogs.
But you
I
do
love dogs, but I
Okay.
don't want to watch a person walk their fucking dog. Like, grade my dog. Tell me my dog's the best dog. That's what we do in America with our time. Like, there are children that don't eat, and you're like spending money to like have your dog custom tail. Like, I just think that it is so first world. It's irritating to me. And I do some first world shit.
I feel like a thing of beauty is a joy forever, or whatever that saying is.
Yes.
That's what I like about it. It's just like art. And these dogs are, their haircuts in there, they're beautiful. I just like to look at the beauty of them.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially like the ones that have the, you know, like Evo with the blue merle coat.
Yeah, the pretty colors and stuff.
You know,
yeah, if like I'm out and you're walking your dog, and like that was my favorite part of being a delivery driver was the dogs. Was like getting to stop and like pet the dogs, or having dogs that were excited to see you. Like if you were covering a route, you would know which how, because like as you're driving down, some of the dogs would literally run and jump up into the truck and then ride beside you as you're pulling into the driveway, and they'd be like, "Where's our treat?" And that was absolutely my favorite. I love dogs. That's not it. It's not that I like hate animals. It's just the bullshit of like, who gives a fuck if your dog is the best one of its class? Like, what the fuck? And then like the lengths that people go to and the money they spend for the special breeding, like, fucking donate to St. Jude's. Get a life. God, it's a fucking dog. Like, I don't know. It just, I don't get it.
You feel very strongly about this.
I think that it's really stupid.
Wow. I had no idea. I opened up a can of worms.
Yeah. One of those things for me where I'm like, this is what we're doing. But then you and I are like doing this podcast. Like, this is what we're doing. I mean, I'm not oblivious to the fact that I'm somewhat a hypocrite and I live a first world life, you know, like I love my indoor plumbing, you know, but yeah, there's just some things where I'm like, I don't really feel like that was the best use of your time or your money, but also like you do you. If it's making you happy, I'm not going to like cut on you for doing like, I'm not going to boycott the dog show and like pour energy into it. Like if it's making you happy and you're with your dog, like what the fuck ever, but I'm not going to watch and I'm not going to give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So never buy tickets for us to go see a dog show.
Don't do that. Wouldn't go. Wouldn't give a single shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope. Not
Noted.
my scene. You could take me to any musical show for like a group I've never heard of in a genre that I didn't care about, and I'd go because live music is exciting. Live dogs don't. Okay. Live dog show. Okay.
Okay.
I'd rather see if there was a fucking cat show and you could train a cat to do that shit. I'd be interested, because you can't make a cat do anything that it doesn't want to fucking do. So if you could get a group of people that were like, watch what I made my cat do, I might be a little intrigued. Because that's like takes like actual talent. A dog will do fucking anything for like a piece of a fucking hot dog. It's not really like that hard to get a dog to like learn shit. I don't know. I'm just an asshole. I know, guys. It's fine. Best in Show. Gotta see it.
Okay. I'm going to look it up and see if it's on Prime. And if not, I'm going to buy it.
There's this one couple that I think it is. It's on something. Because I made Maddie watch it and she was fucking in love. And then there's another one that entire cast did called A Mighty Wind, and it's about folk bands, and it's hysterical.
Really?
Yes, they have a few. They have a few movies that are that whole cast, and they're phenomenally funny. But anyways, there's a couple in the Best in Show that they've got their dog. I can't think of. It's like a gray. Is it a what's the one? A greyhound? Is it a gray? I think it's a greyhound, maybe dog.
Those skinny race dogs.
I think it's that kind of dog. And it's this couple, and they're taking their dog to therapy because they think it's depressed because it watched them have sex in their bedroom, and it thinks that they made it sad. And so they're at counseling with their dog. It's hysterical. I can't. It's just hysterical.
Okay.
Daddy wasn't hurting mommy. It's just, I don't know. It's just so funny. But I do love that movie.
Okay.
And the dogs are really cute in it. So.
Okay. That's hilarious.
It's got Jane Lynch. It's got such a great cast. But anyways, yeah, fuck dog shows. Ice skating all day. But probably just because there's music. I don't know. Maybe if ice skating wasn't to music, I would lose interest a little faster. I would still appreciate how talented they were, and I would like absolutely give them their props, but maybe I wouldn't want to watch if it wasn't to the melody.
That's interesting. I like all the Olympic stuff, like the tumbling and the bars that they go around on, and
anything gymnastics is very fascinating to me, and like absolutely I love it. Yeah, for sure. Well, Mom, now that everybody knows that I hate the dog show, let's talk about crime. I love crime.
We got a good one today. This is the story of the murder of Ryan Sullivan, who was a decorated Army Staff Sergeant.
Ryan Sullivan. Okay.
Not ringing any bells?
Not yet, but you know how I am.
Okay. Well, let's start. Yeah, you might notice.
It'll be the details that get me.
Okay.
Like last case when you were like, they were riding snowmobiles and the uncle was outside, and I was like, oh, I know this case now. Like,
okay. It wasn't the Tita name.
Yeah, it's because there's so many names when I watch so much crime shows and listen to stuff. You don't file them. That's not the filing cabinet. It's by like case detail that'll get me.
Okay.
Usually, unless it's like Bundy.
I really liked you reading last time, though.
I enjoyed reading. I liked it.
Do you want to read this time?
Can I?
Really?
Yeah.
That would be fun for me. There's a lot. This is like a 9-page one.
Okay.
It's a long one, but it's really good. I enjoyed that. Did you guys enjoy?
Yeah, let us
Miss
know
Muffin reading
if you liked me any better or if you still fucking hated me while I was reading. Let us know. I'm open to feedback. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to change anything.
Comment how much we love my muffin. She is the spice of life.
You don't really have to comment, guys. I love myself, so it's neither here nor there.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
Go ahead and comment.
I do appreciate the positive feedback, like our subscriber who said that this was helping her when she's grieving her mother. Like that touches me
Tasmanian
deeply.
devil.
Yeah, that kind of like it does matter to me. It absolutely does. But one comment that like you think I'm all over the place isn't like I wasn't at home crying. Like it's not going to wreck my life. Like okay, like you think I don't know that I'm all over the place? LOL, I know that. I'm not going to stop being all over the place. Sorry, not sorry. This is the story of a girl named Lucky. Sorry, Britney Spears. Okay, so we're talking about the murder of Ryan Sullivan, a decorated Army Staff Sergeant. So, while he was stationed in Iraq during the war, when he wasn't in combat, Ryan Briggs... Wait a second. I thought his name was Ryan Sullivan.
It is. Did I type the wrong thing in?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just a quick little sidewinder.
Okay.
My computer is a dinosaur. First of all, it's probably 13 years old, so that tells you right there.
Yeah.
It has 0 RAM or whatever you want to call it. I have eliminated everything off of my computer except for the printing, the internet, and Word. And it's still, when I type like 5 lines, not enough disk space, restart the computer. Or it freezes and I have to restart it anyways. Why don't you sell the
paint sprayer and buy a fucking computer?
So I am constantly, and then if I forget to save every line,
you could lose it because it doesn't have the auto save like modern computers do.
I'll lose a whole paragraph and I will be so mad.
Oh, yeah.
It is a paranoid thing when I'm typing my script out.
That was like me in high school. We still had to you had to actively do the control save or the manual save because, somebody kicked the power cord and you just lost your whole fucking essay because it didn't auto save. And there was no do you want to go back to your previous draft? That's all new.
It might have an autosave and I just don't know.
You would know, up at the top, after you type one thing, it goes autosave and then it goes away.
Well, no, is it something I have to turn on?
It should just be as a update happened with your computer.
Doesn't.
No, I'm just guessing it's an old enough model that it probably doesn't have it. So yeah, you're every line hitting control S. Control S. Save. Maybe just save it again.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
So that's so I
So
get
she
a
doesn't
little.
take a lot of time re-editing because she usually reads it and she knows what the fuck she meant. So I'm going to fumble over things a little bit while I'm getting used to it because I don't know what she meant. So Ryan Sullivan. Okay. So he was in Iraq, but when he wasn't in combat, Ryan Sullivan would go online to meet new people. A beautiful woman named Marissa was flirting with him. She was from Ohio, red flag, and she told him she was a model.
We're
red
from Ohio.
flag.
We're from Ohio.
Red flag. I often say that I'm like a Canton 10, but like anywhere else, I'm like maybe a 7. Like,
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So
You're an 11,
couple
baby.
red flags right off the bat. She sent him dozens of photos from her recent modeling shoots. They were emailing and talking on the phone a lot. Oh, so this is like the original story of like catfishing, I'm guessing. And Ryan was falling in love with her. He was in deep. But, you know, he's at war and like he's looking for companionship. Like, I get it.
Absolutely.
After about a year of online dating, Ryan returned to the United States. He went right to Cincinnati to finally meet Marissa. But when she answered the door, she barely looked anything like the photos that she had sent him. Instead of being 5'10", she was 5'2". Wow, she was like portraying herself as like a skinny little Amazon. Yeah, that's a big difference.
It is a big difference.
And shocker, she was very heavy set. She didn't look like a tall, skinny model. She looked like a short, fat chode.
She was still good looking.
I'm sure she was, but don't misrepresent yourself.
Yeah.
Own your looks. Say I'm 5'2" and I'm thick as fuck and like,
Right.
like own it. Like when you lie to someone, they're going to be, it's more, even more, it's like a shock, and not necessarily because they would have ever had anything against how you look, but because they've been picturing you in their mind with these stats that are wrong. Mm-hmm. So yeah, of course they're shocked. And then all that's going to do is make you feel worse about how you look because you're thinking, of course you would react this way. That's why I lied. But like, no, I'm shocked. I'm not calling you fat. Like, the reason I'm picking on her and calling her a name is because she was insecure and she did a shitty fucking thing to a war hero. Like,
exactly.
You dumb bitch. Like,
exactly.
Don't lie to people. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what makes me mad.
Yeah, own yourself.
Yeah.
And be proud.
And if he would have, like, immediately been like, oh, you sound fat, then fuck that dude.
Right.
Because there were definitely dudes out there that wouldn't have thought that, that would have loved your body exactly for how it was. Like, find the right people. Don't, like, trap the wrong people. Like, whatever. That's why I called her a chode. Because she's a coward. Anyways. Nothing about her seemed like a model at all. She just didn't carry herself in the way a model would. I'm sure it was all bullshit. Ryan wasn't even sure she was the same woman from the photos. Oh yeah, and she had sent photos. So not only was he imagining what she would look like, he thought he knew what she looked like. So, like, unless she got, like, amputated between the knees and gained a bunch of weight, she was catfishing him. Do you know what catfishing is?
I do.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, just making sure. But Marissa said that she had broken her back in an accident and they had removed a portion of her spine. It caused her to shrink from 5'7" to 5'3". Okay. And the injury caused her to gain 50 pounds. Can you remove a portion of someone's back?
I don't know.
That's like in White Chicks when the girls are trying, like where the Wayans brothers dress up as white girls.
Yes.
And the friends are like, you seem taller. And they're like, we got our knees done. And they're like, oh my God, you can do that? Like, oh, I had my back done.
You can get taller. They have a surgery for little people.
Yeah.
To make them taller.
Because you can add like rods in your fucking tibias and stuff.
They actually stretch the bone and grow bone.
Yeah. So
and it gives them a little extra height.
I mean, I know that your back can shrink over time because the spongy, what's it called? The shit between your vertebrae shrinks and you lose inches that way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've lost 2 inches.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, my friend
But part of
Andrea,
that is my hump.
my friend Andrea had scoliosis and her spine was curving so bad they put a metal rod in to force it straight. And that makes sense because you're still not removing anything, because like, how do you protect the spinal cord?
Right. Who would even do that? Because it's
So risky.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty far-fetched.
And how were you talking to him this whole time while he was deployed and you never mentioned, like, I was in a fucking terrible accident, I had surgery? Like, I don't know. Obviously, she's a fucking liar. Anyways. She said the accident ruined her modeling career. Tragic. And she told Ryan that she was afraid that he wouldn't like her if she wasn't beautiful. Yes, her appearance shocked him. But Ryan wasn't that guy. He hadn't fallen in love with her looks, or just her looks, probably. It was all the talks they shared. It was her personality that he had fallen in love with. So he told her not to worry about it and that he accepted her as she really was. So, wow, like, she found, like, such a solid fucking guy. And this case is sounding familiar now.
Oh, okay.
If I don't, like, the manipulations just get worse and worse and worse, if I'm remembering correctly. After he accepted her, she confessed something else. She told him that Marissa wasn't her real name. Okay, bitch. It was the name she used for her modeling career. Her real name was Katie Briggs. I think I know a Katie Briggs, come to think of it. I know that last name. Anyways, she said after her modeling career ended, she began working for the IRS. Katie was described as a social butterfly. She was loud and always smiling. Ryan really loved who she was. Then Ryan received news that he was being deployed to Iraq again. He wasn't happy to be leaving Katie, so to be able to see her as much as possible before the deployment, Ryan asked Katie to move with him to Texas. She was more than willing to do that, and she found a new job right away in Austin, not far from their apartment in Killeen.
It was about an hour's drive.
Okay. So in October of 2006, Ryan left for his deployment in Iraq. Katie lived in their new apartment in Killeen. His deployment was scheduled for 15 months. So in January of 2008, Ryan came home. He was looking forward to starting a life with Katie. She was it for him. And then 9 months later, he would be found dead in the apartment. Great. The murder. Ryan was killed inside his apartment. At 11:30 a.m., October 14th of 2008, police responded to a call from the U.S. Army officials at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas. They were asking for a welfare check for one of the decorated soldiers, 24-year-old Staff Sergeant Ryan Sullivan. He hadn't shown up for PT or for morning formation. Very unlike him, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. The door was locked, so they asked the property manager to open it for them. Ryan Sullivan was found dead inside. Blood on the walls, blood on the wall behind the couch, and on the coffee table. Ryan's feet were sticking out between the love seat and the couch. He had over 35 stab wounds and cuts all over him. He had been eviscerated. I wonder who did it. It was definitely overkill, which is usually a sign of a crime of passion. Before we get into the investigation, let's talk about the kind of guy that Ryan Sullivan was. Ryan was born in 1984 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. His family was large and very loving. They were all very close. His father and grandfather were both in the military, and Ryan knew that he wanted to follow in their footsteps from a young age. He was the kind of guy who put others before himself. He really wanted to take care of people. He was the kind of guy that had your back. He ended up joining the Army after high school. He became the top hand-to-hand combat fighter in his unit. Tough motherfucker.
Yes.
He served in Iraq in 2002. Wow, that was like the fucking height of it. Mm-hmm. He was in the thick of it. Right after 9/11, when we were like, we're going to start some shit.
Right.
So he served in Iraq in 2002 and was described as a decorated soldier who had earned respect for his service and leadership. So now he's stabbed 35 times in his apartment, and police have to figure out the who, what, where, when, why. Mm-hmm. So the first person they want to talk to is Katie Marissa, whoever the fuck you are.
Right.
The model, the ex-model. They're concerned that she may be a victim as well. The coroners estimated that Ryan has been dead between 24 and 36 hours. They find Katie's phone number on the lease and call it. She was in Austin at work. The police didn't tell her about Ryan. They just asked her to come to the police department to talk.
Now, let me stop you there. Let's say I called you at work.
I absolutely would be on the phone with you my entire panicked drive there saying, tell me what the fuck happened. Tell me what the fuck. Something obviously happened.
Yeah, or if I am a police officer and I call you and tell you to come in and I'm just asking questions, you're going to ask me questions, aren't you?
I would be panicked.
Like what's going on?
Obviously
tell me what's
something
going on.
bad happened.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not like that. She just goes to the police station and answers their questions, and she doesn't have a single question about why she's there.
How many times in your life have the police ever called you or requested you to come in to just talk about something? They just wanted to have a chat with you.
That wasn't devastating or bad.
Yes.
Yeah. So continue. I just wanted to, that to me, I was just like, she's not a very good actor. If you're trying to act like you don't have anything to do with anything,
you would be like, is everything okay? Why?
Yeah.
Is something wrong with, I'd be thinking who's around me? You're calling not from my hometown, but you're calling from the town I live in. So unless her family moved with her, it would just be Ryan. You would deduce is everything okay? Did something happen to Ryan? Is something wrong with my apartment, my car?
You'd be asking something.
Yeah. What the fuck? Unless you had evaded paying your taxes and you're thinking that they're you know what I mean? Unless you felt guilty about something else. But you normally still would be like, why?
Right.
This isn't about my taxes because I definitely paid those.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, I'm with you. Okay, so meanwhile, the officers were canvassing the neighborhood. A neighbor told them he had seen an unfamiliar black motorcycle parked outside Ryan and Katie's apartment a few days before the murder. No one knew who the driver was. So is that coincidental, connected? We don't know. Katie showed up at the police department at 4 p.m. So he was found dead at 11:30, I thought it said.
Yeah.
So, but who knows what time they've
Well, I believe she just waited till her shift ended, and she went to the police station after her shift ended.
Okay. Again, that's not something I would do because I have anxiety and I would need to know immediately what the fuck they were talking about. She said that she and Ryan lived at the apartment and that they'd been having problems for the last 5 months. She said that Ryan asked for time and space to figure out if he wanted to stay in the relationship, so they separated. When? Yesterday? When the detective asked what was wrong, Katie said that Ryan's demeanor had changed ever since his last deployment in Iraq. She felt like she was walking on eggshells. Okay, he could have PTSD. He could be, wigging out. I can see, that's worth investigating. That's worth looking into. Also seems like a fucking lie to me. But she said Ryan had been depressed and drinking a lot. So she said she moved out and got her own apartment in Austin close to her work. Didn't the neighbor just say that she had still been around anyways? At that time, they asked Katie when she last saw Ryan. Katie admitted to seeing him a few days ago. And the detective told her that they needed her permission to search her apartment because they found a deceased male at the Killian apartment. So then Katie starts crying and is very upset. The detectives confirmed that Katie was in Austin at the time of the murder. That ruled Katie out, but they hadn't thought she was physically capable of taking Ryan down. Because he's combat trained,
right,
and very strong, and she's 5'2". So at the scene, they note that there are no signs of forced entry. The doorknob and deadbolt were both locked. There was a blanket on the couch that indicated Ryan might have been sleeping on the couch when he was attacked, which you're sleeping on the couch because your girlfriend's a bitch in the bedroom, or you're sleeping on the couch because you passed out watching TV,
Video games.
So the TV was on with a video game on the screen. Okay, so yeah, that tracks. So it looked like he fell asleep playing video games. On the opposite side of the couch on the ground, there was a pillow and a blanket, so maybe someone else had been there sleeping. The next step in the investigation opened up a new lead. They interviewed Ryan's peers in the Army and asked if they knew anyone who would want to harm Ryan. They said only one person that they knew of. Staff Sergeant John Valdez, the medical platoon sergeant. They had served a tour together and became friends. John had a very good reputation and was only 24, so to be ranked as a sergeant that young showed his value and dedication to the Army. Recently, there was some bad blood. The last week, John had been acting out of character. He went AWOL. Yeah, I would say that's out of character for somebody who made it to sergeant by 24.
Right.
Then he showed back up to work on the morning of October 14th. You can just go AWOL and then show back up to the Army.
Right.
I'm sure not without reprimanding, but whatever. Which was the same day that Ryan's body was discovered. Coincidence? So they bring John Valdez in for questioning. John said he spoke with Ryan last Monday. The detectives confronted John about being AWOL. John said that he was out partying the whole time in Austin. Living my best life. And that he was with another soldier, Kyle Maish. Maishi?
Yeah, Maish.
Maish, okay. That he was with another soldier, Kyle Maish. And that they ended up crashing with a friend, Katie Briggs.
Interesting, right?
Oh, they're all friends. Oh, okay. John explained that he was engaged to a woman named Ariana. John said he met Ariana 2 months ago and that Katie had introduced them. He said that he had gotten blackout drunk. The next morning, Katie told him that he had hooked up with Ariana. Katie had given him Ariana's phone number and he began calling her and they headed off. So they get back from deployment. He made it as a sergeant by 24. That's a lot of responsibility, a lot of shit that they saw and had to deal with and do and go through. I can see getting back and just like dipping the fuck out and just being blackout drunk, like not dealing with the stress of all of it very well and just, just kind of letting loose after being so regimented for such a long time. That all kind of makes sense to me. I'm sure they did know Katie because if they were all tight,
well, yeah,
they'd obviously know his girlfriend that's at the apartment and stuff. And it would make sense that when he was deployed for 15 months that she made a work friend or made a neighbor friend or met somebody. They said she was social. So, okay. Now the detectives ask if John knows anyone who had hurt Ryan. He said that John had gotten into a couple altercations at the Starlight Club. He said, I think what it's saying is he said that he had gotten into a couple of altercations at the Starlight Club.
John.
He himself, yeah.
Ryan did. Not John. John said Ryan.
Okay, so that's not what it says. Okay, so John said that Ryan had gotten into a couple altercations at the Starlight Club. Apparently, Ryan had been meeting up with married women at the club. Married women. So maybe it was a jealous husband. When asked about the bad blood between himself and Ryan, John said there wasn't any. They're good friends. So he's trying to deny and distract from and point the finger away from.
I mean, all these other Army guys are saying, yeah, him and John had something that happened.
Something fell out, yeah.
And John's saying...
And he's saying, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
Odd. Then they ask him what kind of vehicle he drives. Take a guess. Take a wild guess. A black motorcycle. But he says it wasn't his bike at Ryan's apartment because he was an hour away in Austin. Now the detectives are asking Ryan's peers at the Army about his affairs with these married women. So they're, trying to validate John's story or discredit John's story. His peers said that he definitely liked to go to the local bars, but that his nights are never rowdy. They said he always ended up back at his apartment playing video games. As far as the affairs, no one knew anything about that, which I don't know. If I was like fucking around with married women, I wouldn't want to be telling a bunch of people because I don't want my girlfriend finding out. I don't want the husbands finding out. I don't want people to know I'm a cheater.
But John said that he was messing around at the Starlight Club.
So in front of people.
In front of people.
Okay, so that's pretty easy to
validate or discredit.
Yeah. So they also said that John and Ryan did have a falling out, which was a thing that seemed contrary to what John had told them. The issue had been John's very close relationship with Katie Briggs. Katie was crying on John's shoulder about how Ryan was acting. They also told investigators that Ryan had broken up with Katie months ago because of the relationship with John. So Ryan was getting upset because John and Katie's friendship turned into something that made him uncomfortable or that he perceived as uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That contradicted what Katie had said. So now we've contradicted John's story and Katie's story. She had said that they were separated, but not officially over yet. And that it was because of
John being this.
Well, she said that it was completely because of Ryan's behavior.
That's what I meant.
Completely omitted
Ryan.
anything to do with how she was leaning on John about it.
Yeah.
Or he was accusing me of cheating and I wasn't. And, he
Right.
got paranoid and jealous and controlling. But that's not what she said. So now they interview Katie a second time. She described her relationship with John Valdez as him being like an annoying cousin. He's like an annoying cousin, like a third cousin that I fuck. Then they confront her about what they were told about him breaking up with her. She said that she was ashamed and embarrassed about it. Embarrassed. It's embarrassing. Just like my back being operated on and my loss of my modeling career. Then she tells detectives a wild news story about she and Ryan waiting on DNA results from a woman named Jordan who said that she was pregnant by Ryan. Ooh, Ryan. He sowed his seed. We was about to catch him. We was about to be on Maury. We was about to Maury his ass. You are the father. She said Ryan had admitted to having had 2 or 3 affairs while they were still together. Jordan is the sister of Ariana Benitez. Sorry, I read it like an American instead of like a South American. Ariana Benitez.
And it might be Benitez. I could not tell.
The V makes a B sound in Spanish. They probably were saying Benitez because the V has a B.
Okay.
That's why you hear some people say vamos. It's spelled V-A-M-O-S.
Oh, okay.
We go vamos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why it's so important when you learn a new language to learn the alphabet first and learn how the letters are pronounced.
Yes.
Like they didn't do that on what's the Duolingo?
Right.
They don't start you off with that, and I feel like that it is so important.
It is.
Anyways, I don't mean to be all over the place. Ariana Benitez, which let's not forget, Ariana Benitez is the fiance of John Valdez. And now Ryan's banging her sister and knocking her up. And like, this is all just now coming out after a second interview. Okay. Now detectives are looking for Ariana Benitez because her name keeps coming up. Keep my name out your mouth. They asked Katie if she had her number, and Katie gave it to them. But when they called, there's no answer. This bitch is dead already, isn't she? Something happened. No, I'm just kidding. But when they called, there's no answer. And there's no trace of her living at the apartment building where John had said that she told him she lived. They can't find a trace of her anywhere. Did she not even, is that their alibi that they created a fucking woman? Just when the case was at a standstill, they received a call from someone claiming to have information. He was Jeremy Jacobs, a fellow soldier in the same unit as John Valdez. He lived with him. Valdez was having money problems, so Jeremy told him he could move into his apartment and split the rent. Soldiers are brothers, you know?
I got to clarify something that maybe I didn't make clear in the script. John apparently got blackout drunk, had a little something with Ariana Benitez, forgot about it, or just was blackout drunk, didn't remember it.
Yeah.
Katie, the next morning, says,
here's her number.
Says, do you remember what you did? And he's like, no. And she's like, well, you and Ariana got it on. He's like, who's Ariana? And so she's like, here, call her. And then they've been having a phone relationship.
So it's literally just Marissa.
It's a phone relationship.
It's literally just Marissa Katie. So she's doing it again. She's catfishing again.
So
you had sex with Ariana last night. Me.
John is proposed to Ariana, who he's only ever talked to on the phone, and only thinks that he had this. He only knows that he slept with her because Katie told him he did.
But she's from Austin. So what? So why couldn't they meet? He has an
address for her, but he's never met her.
I do not understand these. This happens more times than not. There's a whole fucking show about it now, about these people who are just so willing to be like, yeah, I'll just talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
it's weird.
I do not get that. I'm not trying to, like, judge. Yes, I am. Like, what the fuck, people? Like, and now it's even harder with AI. It's not even like, well, let's FaceTime. Like, FaceTime me. Because now you can fucking AI whoever you want face over yours and make whatever fucking background you want.
It is scary.
Yeah, like you really gotta fucking meet somebody in person. And why wouldn't you want to? If you're pursuing a fucking relationship with the end goal of being together, why wouldn't you, before you say we're serious or I'm committed or here's money or let's make a plan.
Or let's get married.
Let's meet at a fucking coffee shop and shake hands, huh? Like,
right?
Stop doing that. Stop trusting people. Stop it. Don't trust people. Don't trust their word.
Courtney looks at the world through mud-covered glasses.
Just stop trusting people's word. Like, no, I'm 5'10". Just believe me. Here's some picture. Well, guess what? The internet's full of fucking pictures, bitch. Like,
can I tell you something that devastated me just recently?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say devastated, but it was kind of devastating. So I'm watching reels. I'm not paying attention to what it is, but there's a song playing on the reel that I'd never heard before. And it's this smoky, gritty voice of a woman and this bluesy music.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I looked it up. That's how much I loved it. So I looked it up on Apple and I found it. Her name's Inga Rose.
Okay.
And the song was called Piece by Piece.
Okay.
And it is awesome. And then I looked and she's got a whole album and she's got other songs and they're all great. And I was like, I found a new artist. I love her. I can't wait to listen to her all the time.
You're about to tell me it's a robot.
I told Christopher about it. He was like, he listened to it and he was like, oh yeah, she's got a real gritty sound. He was like, I'm pretty sure this is AI though. And I was like, how can you tell? He was like, I'm just used to it now. I can tell. He said, I'll look it up. It's AI. She's not even a real person.
You got music catfish.
I got music catfish. And it upset me because part of what moves you is thinking of it as a real person who is singing with emotion.
Soulfully, yes, yeah.
And you can't tell. It is amazing.
It's disturbing to think that a robot can mimic something in such a way that you think like only a human
can do that
with vocal cords and a history and
it wasn't real musicians playing the music. It's all, the whole thing was AI.
Yeah.
The only thing real about it, he said, was that somebody wrote the lyrics and fed them into something called
Okay.
Sony or Sono or something, Suno.
Yeah, I used to have that.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can either have it create lyrics for you based on an idea, or you can feed your own lyrics in, and then it creates a. Yeah, I was doing that for a while. I was making like funny songs.
I remember
remember
that. Yes. So that's what that was.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I was disappointed by it, but it's just AI is scary.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to be careful, people.
Yeah. And people lie. They just do for a million different reasons.
It's really scary.
You know, just
it is.
Stop trusting a motherfucker. That's all I got to say. Until they give you a reason to trust them. Okay, so anyways, now they're talking to Jeremy Jacobs, who says that he found out that John was having money problems, and he said, like, hey, brother, like, come live with me, and we'll split the rent. It'll make life a little easier for the both of us. And his mom pointed out, John's never met this Ariana Benitez in person. Who is this Ariana? I do not know. Okay, so Jeremy agrees to come down to the police station to be interviewed. So remember, he's volunteered himself. He calls in and says, like, I got some shit that you might want to hear. So when he gets there, he's shaking like a leaf. That's not a good sign.
No.
He ended up saying that in September, John Valdez had told him that there was a hit out on Ryan and that he, John, was going to carry it out. Because it was for $100,000. And, you know, everybody has a price.
Yeah, we're good buddies who served in war together, but
I'm going to kill this friend of mine, war hero, human being, $100,000. Not to mention that most of those guys that are in the army and that are doing that stuff, like, make a decent living. Like, they're usually, like, banking money while they're overseas. And, like, all of my friends who went away and, like, did something with, like, some sort of army career, like, came back and, like, bought their fucking trucks with cash. And I don't know everything about everything. I don't know every position of the different branches of the military, and everybody's situation is different. Maybe John was sending money to like a sick mother and he wasn't able to I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, from my experience, those guys came back and they were like on a path. If they like stuck with it, they were, you know, they were kind of like set up and doing okay. But I don't know. But Valdez told Jeremy that the hit came from a high-ranking Pentagon official and a congressman. Jeremy said that John asked him and Kyle Maish for help for a cut. You guys want in? He said that he and Kyle didn't accept the offer and that he assumed John wouldn't follow through. Wouldn't the fact that this dude would even be willing to do that, or even talk about that, or even fathom it, like, make you nervous to live with him? Like, if he would do that to his, like, bud.
Right.
I'd be like, I'm good on being friends with you. What the fuck does friendship mean to you?
Yes.
But on the weekend of the murder, Jeremy said that he was awakened by frantic knocking on his door. Kyle got him out of bed. He said, "It just happened. I don't know what to do. It just happened." Kyle Maish told Jeremy that Ryan went out with him to the bars, and they went to Ryan's apartment. He said Ryan laid down on the couch, and he laid down on the other couch. They fell asleep, and he's woken up to a loud noise and sees a masked figure. Kyle said he saw Ryan's dead body on the floor. Then the guy took off his mask, and it was John Valdez. Wait, what? Hold on a second. I am confused.
Kyle banged on Jeremy's door.
Hold on a second. Who went out with him? I thought it was John that went out with him. Hold on.
No, Kyle and
Okay,
Ryan
so Kyle's the
went out
one.
together.
No, Jeremy's the one that's at the police station right now. Jeremy said that John asked him and Kyle, but he said no. Okay, said that he didn't. Kyle accepted the offer. He thought he wouldn't go through with it. Okay, so then, weekend of the murder, Jeremy said that he was awakened by frantic. Okay, so Jeremy's at his apartment and he gets knocked at the door, and it's Kyle Maish.
Yes.
He said it just happened. I don't know what to do. It just happened. So Kyle said him and Ryan were out at the bars. Okay.
Yes.
For whatever reason, I'm sorry. You guys are probably all like, What are you stuck on? But as I was hearing Kyle, I was thinking John. And then I was like, John fell asleep and woke up to a masked intruder. And
there's a lot going on in this
John.
case.
Okay. So
there's a lot of players, a lot of different aspects.
A lot of really basic white boy names. And they're just intertwined in my fucking head. I got a Kyle and a Ryan and a John, and a Jeremy. Like, I know 6 people with like each of those names. Like,
right. It could be Christopher's friends.
Right. So Kyle Maish fell asleep playing video games with Ryan, wakes up to somebody bursting in, stabbing him. And then John was like, haha, it's me, like a Scooby-Doo villain. And freaked him the fuck out. After the interview with Jeremy, they had enough to arrest John Valdez. When they arrested him, he had a key to the Economy Inn on him. So they went to the room and found the motorcycle jacket with an envelope from Bank of America with around $4,400 in it. So like half now or a quarter now and the rest later, maybe a bunch of money. But, well, he did say he was broke, which is why he needed to live with Jeremy. Okay. I wonder if it's because he was sending money to Ariana. Anyways. Now they need to know if John was hired by someone, as he stated to, this is all hearsay at this point, but they got to follow the lead. Next, the investigators bring Kyle Maish in for questioning, because obviously when they spoke to Kyle before, he forgot to tell them about the time that, like, John stabbed the fuck out of his friend in front of him in the apartment. Like, I forgot about it. John had apparently texted Maish the whole plan. It was to take Ryan to the club, get him as drunk as possible, and bring him back to the apartment, and then let John know when they were there. Kyle texted Valdez when Ryan fell asleep, and that's when John attacked Ryan. Based on that admission, Kyle Maish was arrested. But they still don't know who hired John to kill Ryan. So they monitored John's communications while he's in jail. John only receives phone calls from Ariana, his fiancée. Her voice sounds like a baby, or like a teenager trying to talk like a baby. Ariana never visits the jail, but Katie Briggs does visit John. Police then pulled Katie's bank records. They found out that she was still listed as the beneficiary on Ryan's $400,000 military life insurance policy. Ah, there it is. She was set to receive $100,000 and the rest went to his family. She had the money a few days after the murder. That's quick.
I know. She was on it.
God damn. Where's my money? And they saw that there was a $4,400 cash withdrawal right before the murder, which was exactly the amount that John had in his jacket at the hotel. So she can sound like a little teenage baby girl, and she can also sound like a Pentagon. Oh, this is Batman. I need you to kill John. This bitch is just at home like fucking... Who's somebody with voices? Who's somebody that does good voices? Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Ew, this is Jedediah Doubtfire, or whatever her name is. Youth Vagina, whatever her name is. What's her name?
Euphegenia.
That's made up. She fucking made that up.
Euphegenia Doubtfire.
Doubtfire made sense because she was reading the fucking paper and saw like
right.
Saw that name. But
yes.
Where the fuck you just pull
Euphegenia
out of your...
That's a name. I like that name. I should have named you Euphegenia.
No. Thank God. Anyways. Okay. This fucking bitch. I'm getting real tired of this bitch. So the motive is out. Money. Money was the motive. Who saw it coming?
The root of all evil.
Katie Briggs was the mastermind behind the whole thing. It was definitely murder for hire in their opinion. On May 14th, 2009, they arrested Katie, and her car was searched at that time. They found 2 phones in the console of her car. On a hunch, they call Ariana Benitez. You put Benitez there.
Oh, okay.
Benitez's number, John Valdez's fiance, and the other phone rang. Ring, ring. What? But Ariana was, but they're 2 different people. I just don't know how this went that long without being, like, obvious. Like, no one's ever seen this fucking bitch that lives in the town. Like, what? That's when they confirmed that Katie was posing as Ariana. That's how twisted and what a pathological manipulator Katie was. And they believed that Katie was also the pregnant Jordan that Katie said Ryan had cheated with and possibly fathered a child with. Because if you remember, Jordan was supposed to be with Ariana's sister. But no one had ever seen or heard of either woman besides what Katie told them. On March 28th, 2011, the capital murder trial for all 3 of them began. The prosecutor laid out that Katie catfished Ryan from the start, all the lies, and then Ryan broke it off with her over John. He was getting ready to change his beneficiaries, so Katie needed to have him killed before that happened. Almost immediately, she began manipulating John with lies. She was telling John that Ryan was physically abusing her and cheating on her. John, being a stand-up guy, fell for it. He probably felt betrayed by his friend, and, I'm not really sticking up for him because you could have just, like, gone to him and asked instead of just trusting this bitch. I mean, I guess I'm glad that there was one guy out there who was willing to believe women, but, like, you could have gone to the cops, Like,
I know. You could have done something.
You could have just gone and beat him up and been like, how do you like it? And then, of course, I'm sure he'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I never did it. I'm sure it would come out eventually, but, like, yeah, just jumping straight to, like, let's secretly kill him for money. Why was money involved if it was just the
Right.
fucking knight in shining armor syndrome, Like,
Yes.
Whatever. Fuck all of them. There's no fucking excuse. Now she's pretending to be Ariana, and she's also accusing Ryan of threatening her. So trying to, like, malign his character even in death. He was completely manipulated to kill his war friend by one lying, I thought it was about to list all the things. Never mind. Sorry, I read the sentence wrong. He was completely manipulated to kill his war friend by one lying, conniving woman. There it is. I thought we were going to say 1, lying. 2, conniving. Sorry. That's when he lured in Kyle Maish and Jeremy to help, to which Jeremy refused. But Kyle was on board with the plan because Kyle's always a white trash piece of shit. The verdict for all 3 defendants was guilty. Pieces of shit. Life sentences without the possibility of parole. Katie Briggs' appeal. Briggs raised 3 major issues on appeal. She said the evidence was insufficient to prove she was criminally responsible. Her defense argued that the state had not proven that she was truly a party to the murder itself. The appellate court disagreed. The appellate court said, get fucked. Mm-hmm. She said that the state had not proven remuneration.
Yes.
What the fuck is that word? And in other words, she argued the prosecution had not sufficiently shown this was a financially motivated murder. The appellate court said, go fuck yourself again.
Well, she just thought she could catfish everybody, didn't she?
Yes. Is remuneration? I think that's a typo.
No, I think that just means getting money for something.
Okay, maybe. I guess
Look
I
at
don't.
Your phone.
I guess I don't know every word in the English language. It's possible that there's one I don't. So I'm just gonna let it go. She argued that she should have had a separate trial. She claimed trying all 3 defendants together was unfair. The court upheld the joint trial and affirmed the conviction. Oh, okay, good. I was going to say that would be the only one that possibly there might have been grounds for. But good. They said, no, go fuck yourself completely. So the final result, the conviction was affirmed. Briggs remained sentenced to life without parole. Ha ha. You know, she's still probably fucking pen paling people and like catfishing them from prison straight up.
You know, I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
That's just, you know, wild. I mean, it just started the manipulation from the beginning, and she found this sweet guy, wholesome guy.
I know. Poor guy.
And he's away for 15 months, and he just trusted her, and she was just laying in wait.
Yeah.
You know, it only took 6 months after getting back from that for this to happen. 6 months for her to, you know, it sounds like as soon as he got back, she wasn't able to keep up a very good, like, I actually give a shit about you act. You know what I mean?
Right. So he broke it off.
And
he could see what was.
He was wise to it. And he was like, I don't like this. And she found the next fucking sucker.
Yep. She sure did.
Wow. What a bunch of pieces of shit. Well, sounds like they're exactly where they need to be. So, well, let us know what you guys think. What a tangled web she weaved. Yeah. It's not a Briggs that I know. It's a Riggs, by the way. I think I know a Katie Riggs. I think that's why it sounded familiar to me. That just dawned on me. But anyways, thanks for tuning in today, guys,
you so much.
and
Yes.
hope you enjoyed the story, and hope you enjoyed me reading the story for a change. I enjoyed it. It's fun for me.
Can we leave a Purple Heart for Ryan Sullivan?
Fitting for a soldier. Yes. Yeah, what a fucking tragedy, and his family's probably devastated because he was just
I know.
a good guy.
Yep.
So, yeah. Well, stay tuned for next time with another captivating story here on Two Peas in a Crime Pot. Sorry, I had to go full narrator mode after I did the reading.
That's pretty cool. All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Adios.